Hi Dresser Cuties, Winnie here. Today we're drawing Demon Jinu from the KPop Demon Hunters. So let's get started. To draw cute Jinu as a demon, let's first start by drawing his eyes. So I'm going to start right here with a soft curve. It's going to be nice and long. So let's say about right here. Just a soft curve. And then I'm going to bring it down. About that much. And then coming down right here, skip a little bit of space, and at the bottom right here, I'm going to just kind of draw this slight curve and then bring it up. There. And then we're going to come inside about right in this area and draw a curve and another one right about here. And then inside right here in the center, just going to go ahead and just add in this little oval. So now that I have that, I'm going to use this as my guide and come right across. So let's say about this much, about right here approximately. And we're going to do the same thing. So go up and once again, go across. Oops. I'm trying to be as delicate as possible. And so same thing at the bottom. Just kind of slight curve, but make sure you go up. And then right back in this area, two curves. And the center. There. So then I'll come back. I know it's very subtle, but I'm just going to try to darken the top curve a little bit just to anchor his eyes. Okay, so then from there, let's give him a smile. So let's say about right here in the center area. I'm not going to make it too much of a smile, just a little bit straighter, about right here, and then just kind of bring it up a little bit, just to make him look more demonish. Okay, so now that we have that, and then we're going to draw his face. So I'm going to come to, let's bring this out a little bit more. So then about right here, I'm just going to give myself a little dot right about there for a point, and same thing here as a guide right next to the eyes. And I'm going to go ahead and come down here with a slight angle. Same thing here. And then as I come down to his mouth area, which is about right here, I'm going to start to come in for his jaw. Just kind of bring it in. So we're aiming towards the center to draw his chin. So about right here, towards the bottom, about right there, and then we're going to straighten it out a little bit for his chin and go right back to connect. There. Very delicate, I know, but hopefully I'm helping you. And then we're just going to bring this up a little bit more, past his eyes, and go up just a little bit more. But before we finish that, let's come back about right here, and we're going to draw his ear. Just going to curve, and I'll put in some details. Same thing here. And then we need to come across. So now that we have about this high, kind of where his brow would be, we're going to go ahead and draw a curve. So this is going to be the rim of his hanbok, the hat that he's wearing. So we're just drawing a curve right across. So in this space that you have, let's come about right here on the sides. I'm just going to try to draw some strands of hair. So maybe towards the center, you can draw one strand that comes down, another one that goes out, and then just bring it in for his hair. And then whatever space you have left, so like kind of where his brow would be, I'm just going to draw his brow right here at a slight angle. And same thing here. So it'll be about right here. Whatever space you have, just to add his brow. There. Made a little too thick, but I'll fix that when I'm coloring. But the idea is to have his brow up here, right at the bottom of the hat. So then from there, we're going to Let's just go up. I'm going to use this as my guide. I'm going to come up, skip a little bit of space, so kind of imagine how, kind of where you want the rim. So let's go up straight, and I'll say about right. Let's just put this as my guide. And I'm going to bring it across, so about right here as well, another point. And then we're going to go ahead and go up a slight angle line. So same thing on this side. It's easier for my hand to come down about right there. And I'm going to connect it with a soft curve. Then from there, let's connect this pop with a curve going the other way. So now that we have that right on top, we're going to go ahead and let's come down. Say about right there, and then connect to finish off his hat. So play around with it. Maybe it's easier for you to just draw this big curve at the bottom first, or draw this part. So right about here, just gonna drag it across so I'm approximately the same on both sides. There. Don't have a lot of horizontal or vertical space, so his hat is being a little bit shortened, so it's looking a little bit wider, but that's okay. You can put in a little detail right there. Then let's go ahead and finish off his hair. So about right here, just drawing a little curve and a little curve right here. There. Okay, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and draw his body. So right about here in the center and here, I'm going to give him a neck, and we're going to come out. So that neck, and then let's come out. We're going to pass his face a little bit and say about right here, just a little bit, the side of his face. And same thing on this side. So just pass his face a little bit and then out. So now that we have that, I'm going to bring it down, kind of at an angle. And then about right there, let's start to bring it in. And let's see here, let's come back about right here, and we're going to put in some detail first for his neckline. And then, so about right here, let's keep going. Let's say about right there. We'll stop and connect. Then draw a straight line coming down for some detail. And let's keep going. So I'm going to come out right here. And we're going to split it in this area for his robe. So let's keep going. So we're going to bring this down. So now we're going to have to go back and forth. So you're going to figure out how long you want to bring down this robe. But approximately about right, let's say about right here, right in the center area, I'm going to give myself a slight angle line. And this is where we're going to start his pants, right in the center. So about right there. I'm going to come down. So I'm kind of giving him these poofy kung fu pants. So they kind of split only about right here. And let's say about right here is how low I want to bring his pants. And so I'm going to bring it down and curve. So then now I know kind of this is where his foot's going to start. So let's bring this down. And approximately in the same area, I'm just going to curve and connect. Right here and connect it. So same thing on the other side. curve and connect. There. Okay, so then now that we have that, whatever space you have left, so say about right here, I'm just going to go ahead and connect this part, wobble a little bit in the center, then a little cuff, connect, and then his feet. So we're just going to come out a little bit and connect, and then some details right here. I'm just going to put in a curve. So same thing over here, just wobble. And connect, and then whatever space you have left, you can put in a little curve for some details for the back. And I'm not sure, you know, I'll just leave it like that. And then right about here, I'm just gonna put in another little detail. It's for this kind of like his belt, and I'll erase that part a little bit, and then I think there's a little shirt area right there. Put in a little line for detail, and then come back right about here, round this part off, and then this part's a little bit straighter, kind of following that. So same thing here, and go right across. There. And then for some details, I think there's these kind of like buttons, these traditional rectangular shaped buttons. And then right about here, you can put in some crease detail. And then of course his arms. So I'm going to come right about here, his shoulders come down. I'm just going to make it really simple. I'm just going to bring it down, give a slight curve, about right there, because I want his hands about this area, about right here. Just going to bring it in. And then right here, just put in his hands. So we're going to make them sharp, because his demon hands. And then just bring it up. There. So same thing here. Drag this point across so I know where to go. And approximate right there. Connect, and once again, his hands. There. Okay, so then from there, let's see. Of course, this belt that he has, there's going to be these strings that come down. So I'm going to come about right here. Put in some detail. It's so small. Anyway, let's bring it all the way down so we don't have to worry about that space, and I'll go in there, clean it up later. And then the tassel part right here. So we're going to do another one. I'll do a better job on this one. Bigger. And same thing. There, okay. And then of course we need to draw the string, the strap with beads on it. So I'm just going to put it about right here, just whatever space I have, and I'm going to go straight and then start to curve. So same thing here, straight. Hopefully I'm straight enough. And then let's start to curve it in. come in here and try my best to thicken it up. So definitely a lot of erasing and fixing when I color this, but hopefully I'm helping you to draw this. So just thicken this up and then come in here and just draw like one bigger bead, and then there's two smaller ones for every big one. So I'm trying to get away from oh, you know what? Just put a big one right here. So they're all done. I really hope I helped you draw Demon Jinu here, fun and easy today. And of course, when you're coloring, just add in his demon patterns on his face. Thanks so much for watching, and if I helped you today, please make sure to give me a like and subscribe so you won't miss any new Draw Jinu videos. See you later.